Hi, everybody. It's Helen McConnell again, and I want to welcome you to the fifth video of 5 in this series designed to help you get better results when you tap. So today's video is about tap on everything, and that may sound like a bit of a stretch, but I don't really think it is, because as human beings, we have emotions about virtually everything, and tapping can help soothe your emotions, calm your nervous system, so that you can make better decisions, so you can be clearer, so you can be kinder, so you can love yourself and all of that stuff. So I've created a list just to give you an idea of some of the many things you can tap on. So you can tap, of course, on physical pain, and I'll just give you a brief how to do that. You notice the physical pain, and the way I approach it is to notice it as a sensation in your body. I would even suggest taking the word pain out of it. Notice the sensation, notice the energy in your body that you call pain, and describe it to yourself. Is it pounding? Is it throbbing? Is it sharp? Is it dull? Is it red? Is it blue? Is it green? How big is it? Where is it located? Go from that sensation. That's what I would suggest starting, and rate the intensity of it. That's the best thing to do, is rate the intensity so you can see if it shifts. And as you're first getting started, you might want to write it down. Say, I have this pain in my right shoulder, and it's a sensation that feels red and pounding and about the size of a fist or whatever it is, and I feel it at an intensity level of 7. And you just start with that, and you say all of those things while you're tapping on the side of your hand on that even though statement. Even though I have this sensation, I love and accept myself. Even though I have this sensation in my right shoulder, and then you go on and use all the descriptors, I love and accept myself. And then I encourage you to observe the sensation. Even though I'm observing this sensation in my right shoulder, and use all the descriptors again, I love and accept myself and my body. And then as you tap around, this sensation on the eyebrow, I'm observing this sensation, side of the eye, in my right shoulder, under the eye. It's orange in color, under the nose. This sensation, it's at a 7 intensity. This sensation, it feels sharp, or something along those lines. I always suggest stopping after each round. Some people go on much longer than that. I occasionally do. Do what feels best for you. Take a deep breath and observe the sensation again. Just observe it and take into account some of the things from the past videos. Don't try to create an expectation. Don't try to make it go away. Don't resist the sensation. And then you re-rate the intensity of it. Check the color, the size, all the other components that you described previously. Check them again and see what's changed. As we observe the sensation and tap, sometimes the intensity goes up, sometimes it goes down, sometimes it stays the same. But then I would, on the next round, I would say, even though I'm still noticing this sensation in my right shoulder, you might say something like, it reminds me that, and see what it reminds you. Not reminds you of, but what is it reminding you about? Like that I can't raise my arm, or that I can't throw a softball anymore, or that I can't go golfing, or whatever it is that it reminds you. I love and accept myself and this situation. That's kind of the wording that I would use. Top of the head, this sensation on the eyebrow, it reminds me that, fill in the blank, side of the eye, and I love myself completely, under the eye, even when I don't, under the nose, this sensation on the chin, this sensation, collarbone, this sensation, under the arm, this sensation. Take a deep breath and just notice what thoughts or memories or whatever come to you. Use all the tools that I've given you in these 5 videos, like how long has it been there? What's the root cause of the sensation in your shoulder? Did you have an injury? And if you had an injury that you think is the root cause, you can still tap for that, and it can reduce the intensity of the sensation quite a bit. So why would I suggest that you not use the word pain? Because it's a label and we get attached to the labels. But when it's a sensation, it's easier to detach from it and observe it without expectation, without judgment. Okay, just some suggestions. You can tap on emotional pain using the same kind of verbiage that I just told you about as a sensation. If you have emotional pain or discomfort or whatever you want to call it a sensation and observe it as energy, because it is energy in your body. Observe the sensation, the energetic sensation. Describe it to yourself, or if you're working with someone else, describe it and start tapping on the emotional sensation. You can tap on what we call overwhelm. Find out all the parts, even though I'm feeling overwhelmed. My mind is going 1,000 miles an hour. I have so much to do, whatever is actually going on that feels like overwhelm. I deeply and completely love and accept myself and this feeling that I call overwhelm. And with overwhelm in particular, as you tap around this sensation, you might say something like, I have so much to do. Side of the eye. I hardly know where to start. Under the eye. And this is where I might drop in a suggestion to myself, but I could start somewhere. Under the nose. I give myself permission on the chin to just start somewhere. Collarbone. I don't need to think much about it. Under the arm, just start. Okay, so then you take a deep breath. I mean, these are suggestions I have after years of tapping that you can use to take into your practice. Here's the thing. We want to speak truthfully about what's going on, but without the labels. I find the labels to be like resistance. Now, you can use labels. Go ahead and use them if you want, but I find that it works better when we look at it as a sensation, as energy in our body, that kind of thing. You can tap for limiting beliefs, and we all have limiting beliefs. And one of the ways you can discover what your limiting beliefs are is to start with the phrase, I always fill in the blank. I never fill in the blank. And you could say, this blank thing always happens to me. Oh, here's one limiting belief. I really like myself, except for, and you find where you don't like yourself. Those are wonderful things to tap on to begin to release those things. But you say, even though there's this thing about myself that I don't like, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And you can begin to reframe the belief. You can even say things like, even though I've had this belief for longer than I can remember, which means that someone else gave me this belief and I took it. And now I'd like to let it go. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Something along that line. This belief on the eyebrow, I've had it my whole life. Side of the eye. Someone gave it to me. Under the eye. I was programmed with this belief. Under the nose. And now I'm rewriting the program on the chin because this belief doesn't serve me anymore. Collarbone. I'm ready to let this belief go. Under the arm, from every cell in my body. Take a deep breath. We hold our beliefs in our physical body. I know that's hard to believe. We think we hold them in our mind. They kind of start there as a thought, but I promise you it's the physical body, the nervous system, where those beliefs get held that stop us in our tracks. Let's see. Oh, I always say that if you can't find your car keys, you can tap. And you'd be like, what? Why? Because notice that when you can't find your car keys or something else, you get stressed. I used to always misplace my car keys. We had a big old house and we were always running here and there. I had 4 kids and I hadn't yet figured out a place to put my keys. Although once I started tapping on this, I finally put up a key rack right by the door. So when I came in, I could always hang my keys there. But I didn't for a long time. And when I couldn't find my keys one day and I was feeling really stressed, I thought, I'm just going to tap. And I would be like, even though I can't find my car keys, I love and accept myself. And I would say something like, I choose to be here now. And then I'd go on to say, even though I'm in a hurry to get out of the house and I'm feeling stressed because I can't find my car keys, I love and accept myself, and I choose to be here now. Even though I get so frustrated because I feel like I do this a lot, I love and accept myself, and I choose to be here now. And this is starting to calm the nervous system. I know I'm going a little fast, but it starts to calm the nervous system, and you can begin to think better. When you're stressed, you can't think clearly. So my car keys on the eyebrow, I feel like I'm always losing them. Side of the eye. I waste so much time looking for my car keys. Under the eye. I feel so stupid when I lose my car keys. Under the nose. I feel so stressed. On the chin, and it just puts us further behind. Collarbone. When I lose the car keys. Under the arm. I can't find the car keys. All right, and then you take a deep breath, and this is really important here that I want you to notice. What used to happen for me then I would begin to get an image or a thought or a memory, and the one that comes to mind is I would suddenly see the park. And I think, well, we went to the park 2 days ago. What was I wearing? Oh yeah, I was wearing my blue jacket. And then I would go to my blue jacket and there would be my car keys in the pocket of the blue jacket. So the unconscious mind remembers all that. The conscious mind just doesn't remember. So this is where tapping can be so brilliant. As the nervous system gets calmed down, the subconscious mind can give us these clues and we can be available to receive the clues. And you'll just have to practice that as well. Okay? But whatever comes up, I say, trust it. Even if it seems weird or unrelated, trust it. Okay. All right. And then let's see, you can tap for weight and body image. I'm not going to get into that too much today, but know that you can deeply and completely love and accept yourself. And the most important thing is that self-love. Above all, above anything else that you do with tapping, the key is to deeply and completely love and accept yourself. And that is an ongoing practice. It's time we get over the things we don't like about ourselves and love ourselves anyway. It's time to get over things from the past and guilt and shame and all that stuff. When we're living from that state of mind, we're not really doing our best. We're not showing up wholly in the world. So use tapping to learn to love yourself. And from my experience, you can use tapping for virtually anything that comes up. I encourage you to practice, use it a lot. You can use it in your car when you're stuck in traffic. Just say what's true for you and then follow the clues. You'll get better and better at it. And you don't have to become perfect at it. You're not necessarily wanting to become a practitioner with other people. Just use it for yourself and notice the results that you get. All right, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for one more bonus video coming tomorrow.